If you live in the middle of a busy city, near a road or a school, your backyard oasis can be frequently disturbed by noise. Don't worry, we've got 4 tips you can use to reduce noise in your backyard. A good fence can make a great sound barrier. To ensure that your fence effectively deflects noise, get a fence that is at least 2 meters tall. This will ensure that it is taller than most noise sources, such as vehicles. Sound that does pass the fence will travel over your head, so you are less likely to hear it. If you have a serious noise problem, such as a very busy road very close to your garden, then a purpose-built noise-reducing fence is a good option. They are made from layered wood or a plastic composite with minimal gaps to stop airborne noise travelling through them. Few things block sound better than a brick wall. Their density and mass makes it impossible for sound to penetrate them. Of course, building a brick wall can be expensive, time-consuming and messy, and most of us will need to hire someone to build the wall. But if that doesn't put you off, then a brick wall is a guaranteed way of drastically reducing backyard noise. Thick foliage can do a great job of blocking out the sound of a busy road. They are natural and add to the green ambience of your garden, and they provide a great home for all kinds of creatures. The obvious problem with hedges is that they take a long time to grow to a level where they are any good at blocking sound. A good idea is to pair a new hedge with a fence. It will take around 5 years for your hedge to reach maturity. When the hedge is filled out, you can remove the fence. If you have what is called an acoustic corridor in your garden, then a shed can make a big difference. An acoustic corridor is an opening, such as a gap in a wall, fence or hedge, which allows sound in. Placing a shed in front of the gap is a simple way of deflecting sound away from your garden, which can significantly improve garden acoustics. Whatever barrier you choose to reduce backyard noise, there are 4 key things you should consider. Barriers should be over 2 meters tall. This is important for 2 reasons. 1, it is likely to be taller than the source of moist noises, and 2, it will help ensure that the sound will travel over your head, meaning you are therefore far less likely to hear it. Dense barriers are far better at keeping sound out than more flexible ones. Flexible barriers can be very noisy, particularly if you live by a busy road, as vibrations can easily travel through them. A thick wall is far better than a thin fence. Where you place your barrier is key. You should get your barrier as close as possible to the source of noise. It's no good erecting a solid fence if it has a giant gap at the bottom that sound can easily get through. Ensure that your barrier covers all spaces. Make sure it goes all the way to the ground and has no unnecessary openings for sound to get through. Using white noise to mask sound can be a good alternative to erecting barriers. Here are a few white noise ideas which you could utilize in your garden. A running stream, a standalone water fountain, or a pond with a waterfall. All of these can help tune out background noise. Place your fountain directly in line with the source of noise for maximum impact. As well as being good for deflecting noise, some trees can also be great at creating white noise. For example, pine needles would create a whooshing noise when wind passes through them, whereas oak leaves will create a rustling noise. When looking for trees, choose something which is relatively mature, but young enough to be uprooted and replanted, and fast growing. Pine trees are a good choice as they typically grow around half a metre a year. Another sound blocking advantage of having plenty of trees in your garden is that they attract wildlife, which will create further natural white noise. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips relating to dealing with problem noise.